colleges going around. He used to rock with the Grito de Poetas. You know, let's give it up for his supporting of El Maestros. We have Brother Chilo.
Yeah.
Chilo, you say peace, cousin.
Peace, I said, how's everybody doing? He asked me, I do poetry and hip hop. My name is Chilo. I'm also part of a group called Grito de Poetas. It's an all Latino poetry group. But I do hip hop and poetry. So I'm gonna switch it up for y'all real quick. I'm gonna do one each. A couple each. One poem, 2 songs. If y'all like anything y'all hear, I do have some books and some CDs here. And everything I sell, half the proceeds are gonna be going towards the El Maestro. We had a paradise, a bunch of noble lords. We were a peaceful people on our own accord. But there were thoughts from the wise, a war would arise. The medicine men have pursued us in the skies. We used to walk around naked except for a nagua painted, wearing shells and other kinds of decorations. We would feast on iguanas, sleep on hamacas, eating cassava and guava, speak with maracas, smoking tobacco, drinking water out of calabash, watching by the waterfall, watching by the caravan. One day, Huracan brought a storm from the ocean, and when the sky opened up, I saw them approaching. Red flag on the cross, flying from the ship, stepped on our shores with iron in their grips, claimed our land in a language we didn't understand. Still, we gave them gifts as we stood in the sand, extended our hands to get cut by the blades of the swords as they laughed and swore they had made. Their white skin, illuminated by the lightning, we had never seen this type of thing. It was frightening, glinted off the glare from the armor that they wore. Thick-bearded conquistador carnivores, riding on top of a 4-legged beast. We prayed they turn around and start headed to the east. Many of my tribe awoke from an out of leaves, soaked in insanity, focused on strategy. Because it was madness how we were labeled as savage, and they stole our land in the name of St. John the Baptist. Took our women for exotic, marveled at their shapes, at the beauty in their face and all the porn in their waist. They said there was a tribute that we have to pay. Bring the gold where we sell, your fingers go away. Anyone over 14 was expected to give auto or cotton or part with a limb. So we have broke bread, so we couldn't comprehend. Thought that these beings were gods and not men. Even though we were friendly, they steal all our zemis and raided our crops till our fields were all empty. And this is before we even knew machetes. They went and ate up all the yuca and the yucayeke. Pretty soon our children were starving too. After we showed them how to grill fish on a barbecue, they wanted to hate us, take us, degrade us, enslave us, rape us, mate us. But we heard the drums playing in the distance, so we gathered at the bate in an instance, calling on the warriors, the proud and the brave, waiting for the sun and moon to come out of the caves. What will come next out of them waves? Thunder in our festivals, we gunpowder ablaze, dancing with my ancestors, preparing for battleships. I broke out in a war club, put poison on my arrow tips. They must have heard us and wanted to inert us. But how many murders would it take to convert us? It set the wild dogs loose upon the people. We had never seen humans so cruel and so evil. They killed our caciques, so we fled to the mountains. Took their forts down and they came back in thousands. Disease was spread wherever they breathed. The amount of devastation one couldn't conceive. And they would leave and they come back again. Eventually, they started bringing Africans. The Spaniards forbade their religious practices, so they hid the gods behind saints that were Catholic. Forced to work in a foreign land, farming sugar cane. Some escaped and they joined together to break the chains. But our weaponry couldn't match their technology. Story of our lives, horrible atrocities. One day when I found out they burned my bohio, I quickly turned around and went down by the Rio. Made it to the canoes, the cannonballs flew. Slid off into the night, said a prayer to Yoka'u. Move my people deeper in the jungle on the island. Now my bloodline lives on and still surviving. Pointing out directions to descendants in the afterlife. And pretty soon I'm coming back for my paradise. Thank you.